The 6.5 update may be here in just about a week, if nothing goes wrong. Philippe, one of the programmers on the Isle dev team, streamed answering questions from chat, and well, we got some really good answers. It really appears things are starting to move quite quickly. First off, with the release of Update 7, Evrima will become the primary branch for the Isle, which means when someone installs the game, they won't have to switch branches. Evrima will be the standard version of the game, not the opt-in experience it is today. The Steam page also is going to get a rework to accommodate Evrima instead of showcasing the old legacy version. I think all of this is quite a breath of fresh air. It really feels like Evrima's coming into its own and surpassing the original version of the game. So back to why you probably clicked on this video. The semi-official ETA from Philippe. The word is that the update should be out this week if nothing breaks. Additionally, after Update 7 and 8, there should probably be updates that are just Dino add-ons to the game. The lead developer even said that this month will be our last to experience the game before the new playables shake up the meta. So it appears the update will fully release in the next week or two, probably. I've been wrong before, but the devs seem pretty confident, and it really looks like stress testing has been wrapping up. So I really am confident making this prediction here, or at least passing along Philippe's prediction for you guys. Now be sure to stick around, guys, because that is not all. The devs decided to share a lot of information with us. I'm going to be moving into playable information here. First off, despite what I've believed in the past, it does appear the devs are working on fully aquatic playables for the Isle. Creatures like Mosasaurus. And there's going to be more maps in the future that are going to be sporting different ratios of water and land to give these aquatics somewhere to be viable. But not only that, it seems that we can now expect T-Rex and Trike to be at earliest in Update 7.5 for community servers only. And after that, the developers have outlined the release of 28 playables that includes Megarosaurus, Acrocanthosaurus, Allosaurus, and Ankylosaurus. There was also some details about sauropods, which will be playable, but their numbers may be capped. So only so many players will be able to play as them on each server. Now, it wouldn't be the Isle if it was all good news. We have to take the bad as well. It does seem that Titanoboa has been cut from the game. They never really had committed to it being in the game. There was just an idea that they were exploring, but it doesn't seem that it's gonna work out. Probably because it's just too difficult to meet the Isle's standards that it strives for. Now, it's true to say that the Isle devs have been moving towards focusing on playables more than mechanics now, but there are still some upcoming mechanics that we should get into detail about. First off, the perk system is on its way, and is way bigger than I ever imagined it would be. As of now, there are at least 60 perk options. Perks will come at different stages of gameplay. Apparently, you'll be able to choose some after first initially spawning, and then you'll be able to choose more as you grow, such as when you reach adulthood and then ultimately elder status. You'll be able to unlock more as an elder because of its difficulty to reach that level, and there seems to be more generalist perks set aside for carnivores, whereas herbivores and omnivores really have more specialized perks to work with. I don't know what they are in detail yet, but I do hope we get more details on that as Update 7 starts to come into full production. Now, I really look forward to hearing what you guys think about perks, or what kind of perks you'd like to see. They're not going to be like combat-based or anything like that. From what I understand, it's just going to be more catering to your playstyle. Philippe also mentioned a couple of perks that we haven't heard much about in a while now. Burrowing and migrations. Burrowing will be the same across all burrowing species, only varying in size. And it seems that there will be different types of rooms and connecting paths that you can make between them. From what Philippe described, it really sounds like it's very similar to what Beast of Bermuda has developed. But we'll have to wait to see more, of course. He didn't go into depth on this one. And then we did get some more information about migrations. We know that it's tied in with Gateway, but he went into further detail saying that species will have different destinations. So not all species are going to be interacting in terms of herbivores, and omnivores. So this may actually be something that will interrupt sort of like a mixed herd gameplay. So it's just something to keep in mind, and we'll see more once Gateway comes around in Update 7. And the last mechanic that Philippe really gave us a good bit on was the weather systems. Weather is another mechanic that I've really been looking forward to. It always was so impactful in the Legacy version of the game. But Philippe told us they have a functional drought system that they're working on, and we know they've been working on this for some time. But knowing that they have a functional drought system now is big news. Philippe did go on to say that it may prove to be difficult to implement, as it may tank performance, but given how the devs have worked in the past, I'm sure that they'll continue to hammer away at this until they're able to find some good solutions. Storms are also in the works, and they have the potential to drastically affect the lighting in-game. Philippe put it as, you could turn a bright sunny day into a very dark stormy maelstrom. So I really like the sound of that. And I'm looking forward to some really immersive thunderstorms happening. And hopefully we'll get to see a T-Rex sitting there in the trees, only lit up by a bolt of lightning. But it was always so effective in Legacy. I bet it'll be 10 times so in Evrima. But that's really the big parts from it. We do have some little bits that Philippe didn't really go into much more detail about. I'm just gonna rapid fire these off to you guys. Climbing is finished and has moved on to the polishing stage, so this is getting ready for the Herrerasaurus, which is going to be able to climb trees and rocks and all kinds of surfaces, and even pounce from the trees above, which will be really cool. So that's practically ready to go, and I'm sure QA is already working with it. So likely by the time the Update 7 stress test comes around, we'll get a chance to show that off to you guys. Dinosuchus's vertical lunge is on Philippe's list of mechanics to work on, so that will be coming down the pipe soon, and from what I've heard, there's a lot in store coming up for the Dinosuchus, so we'll just have to wait to get more details on that. And I know we've heard about a sleep mechanic in the past, and it sounds like they're working on that as well, but it'll be kind of like an AFK thing. If you're just like AFK for a while, your dinosaur may just, take a little nap. So I think that's a decent way to implement that. This one is a big deal, and I probably, if they'd had said more about it, I'd included it sooner. But 200 player slot servers are planned. They are working on making that a reality once again. It's probably going to be a bit laggier or have higher ping than, smaller cap servers, which is kind of a given. But it is still a priority for the devs. They want to get the servers back up to 200 slots. And update 6.5 brings it up to 125, so we're getting there. Unfortunately, another little bit of bad news here. It seems that modding right now isn't really in the cards. It's hard to accommodate modding as everything's so intertwined, so we'll have to wait and hear more on that front, but right now, not much to report. We also have word that Dinosuchus and T-Rex will not be able to challenge each other in their own respective domains, but Spinosaurus, on the other hand, could challenge either of them in their domains. So Spino can fight T-Rex on land and have a fair fight, and Spinosaurus can fight Dino in the water and have a fair fight. So some really interesting dynamics developing there. For our Raptor fans, Pounce is going to be worked on a little bit to allow you to actually pin sort of similar sized creatures. So for example, Omniraptor could probably pin a full-grown Pachy, provided that Pachy is exhausted. There are now talks of creating a sort of sanctuary for juvies when they spawn to counteract against spawn campers and spawn killing. But I think that's it, guys. That's all I have for you today. Let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below. Keep in mind that the Isle is still in active development, so much of this is subject to change. Thank you all very much for watching. It really means a lot. If you enjoyed, I'd really appreciate your support with a like, and if you want to keep up to date on the Isle, be sure to subscribe. That way you can catch our live streams and news updates. I'm very excited for everyone to get the chance to play these awesome new dinos. Update 6.5 is right around the corner, my friends, so get excited. I'll see you all in the next video, and I'll catch you on the Isle. Much love, peace.